stretching and coffee is a good mixture, isn't it? Good morning. So this is the stretch and mobility. We're going to be doing some pigeon pose, some forward folds, and some straddle stretches, and some lovely lunges. So, without blathering too much on, I'm going to turn the music down a little tiny bit. We'll get moving with some mobility drills. So we're just going to take a wee seat. Coffee tastes so good. So you're going to take your feet in. We're going to be sitting up nice and tall. And all we're going to do for a count of 10 on each leg is slide one leg out. And then just take your time with it. Just go out and in when you're ready. So total count of 10 on each leg. Straight out, straight in. There we go. Nice and easy. Start to get a wee bit of heat in the muscles. Good. Out and in. That's it. And we're changing legs. So 10 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe clicks coming in now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the feet in, open them nice and wide. So we're going to drop the knees side to side for a total count of 10. So try and get both knees onto the floor if you can. You'll notice whenever you go to the side, it's not, excuse me, it's not all to the side. It's kind of to the side, and the leg that's going on top will go forward to meet the front foot. So go side and slightly forward, and we're going for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're going to open the feet even wider. So we're going to be facing like a straddle stretch position. And what we're going to do is slide one leg in and out for a count of 10 and then the next. So you're in your straddle. You can lean to the side. You can put your hands behind you to help you sit up nice and tall. But when I'm pulling in my right leg, I'm opening my right knee out. So it's not coming in. It's not coming in straight. It's trying to push out. So it might not feel or look like it's going out, but as long as you're activating all the right muscles to get it pushing out, you should feel a nice engagement in your groin and your abductors. So if we're going out and in, we're going out and in for a count of 10, starting with the right. 1, 2, that's it. Really focus on opening up that knee. 3, 4. So heel can come in, but the knee's going out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Changing leg, in and out. 1, 2, that's it. 3, 4, 5, lift that head up nice and high. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we're going to draw the feet in again, and we're going to do our side to side motion. But this time with our side to side motion, we're going to try and get up onto our knees, okay? Bras all twisted. So feet are in, it's going to look like this. Knees, right? We're going to try and get off the hip and lean onto the knees. So you're pushing the hips forward towards the leading leg. So whichever leg's facing further away from the body, you're pushing your hips in that direction. And then you're coming back down, around, and over to the other side. We're doing a total count of 10. So bear with me, use your hands as much as you need to, but make sure you need to and you're not just wanting to. So we're not trying to be lazy, we're trying to get a wee bit of heat into the hips before we start stretching. So we're going side, up, down, change side. That's 1. Up, 2, down, change sides, up, 3. That's it. Keep it moving. 4. Nice and gentle. 5, Change sides, over, 6. Remember the hips are going in the direction of the leg facing furthest away. 7, 8, almost done. 9, last one. And 10. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go into a nice side lunge. And our side lunge, we're going to try and get our hip as close to the ground as we possibly can, and then we'll do our forward lunges and then our lovely deep pigeons. So our side lunge, we can start it from staying low down to begin with, right? So what I'm going to do is take my hands to the floor and start to step my feet out. Okay, so it's going to look like this. I'm going to look a wee bit bizarre. Hands to the floor, feet out. Bum in the air a wee bit, but make sure the legs are slightly bent. So I'm going to pick a leg that I'm going to go towards. So I'm going to go towards my left leg. My left knee is going to start to push outwards, and my right leg is going to go straight. And I'm starting to walk my chest up, and we're coming high first. Then you can take the hands to the floor if you need to get a wee bit more depth in it. Now watch what I'm doing with my right foot. I'm going to rotate my foot and point my toes up towards the roof, or point them away from my body. Okay, so just changes the position of that big straight leg hip. Changes the position of all the wee ligaments and tendons holding it in place. It just turns it out for you. So you can put the hands wherever you need to put it here, but we're going to stay nice and low as you possibly can. Make sure you're still feeling the stretch. If you're sitting down into it and you're not feeling the stretch, maybe come up a wee bit. So we're going to hold it again for another 20 seconds. Make sure you can feel that depth of the lunge. Hold it deep, you're nearly there. 10 seconds. Really push into it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take both hands in the middle, push my bum in the air, and I'm going to change sides. So I'm going to look at my right leg, start to push my right knee out, and straighten the left leg. I'm going to walk myself up tall to begin with, and then start to lower down as much as I can. So now what I'm doing with my left foot, I'm going to lift my heel up and point my toes far, far away. Just keep leaning into it as deep as you can, keep pushing into it, keep opening that right knee out. Just keep leaning into it. And then we're going into a nicely deep forward fold, so your legs are nice and wide, your bum's in the air. Leaning that chest towards the floor. And relax the wee side and come on your hands and knees. So next we're going to go into our forward lunges, and in our forward lunges we're still going to be working on loosening up from the hips. Okay, so I'm going to go with my left leg forward, keeping my right knee still on the floor the whole time. So left leg's forward. What I'm going to do to begin with, it's kind of bad form, I would call it, but I'm going to lean forward, so I'm closing in my hip here. See, when I lean forward, I'm putting all my weight down in towards the hip. So what I do when I'm here, then I start to lift my chest up and back. So to do that, I'm going to put both hands on my leading knee, which is my left knee, sorry, just before the knee. You're going to push yourself up nice and tall and try and align your shoulders and hips. So you're trying to make sure shoulders and hips are stacked, so we can get enough pressure going down into that back hip. We're trying to open it up. Just relax into it as much as you can. Take a few deep breaths. And then you're going to take your hands to the inside of your front leg. Keep trying to encourage that back hip towards the floor. Okay, then you're going to take your left hand onto your left leg, and we're going to start to slide that knee in and out. So what I'm doing, if you can see from here, is a circular motion with my left knee, but I'm keeping my right hand on the ground for support. Keep trying to encourage that back hip towards the floor as much as you can. Circle, circle, circle. And if you know what direction you're going, change direction. If not, don't be panicking. Just get it moving. And then if you can, both hands to the inside that front leg again. We're going to bend your right foot in towards your bum, and I'm going to try and grab my right foot with my right hand. Still encouraging my right hip towards the floor. Keep trying to pull that right foot under your bum, right hip close to the floor. And release that right leg down slowly. We're going to push this left leg straight. Both hands are in the inside of the left leg. Left leg is now nice and straight. Your bum's pushing back. You should feel that stretch in your hamstring and in the back of your knee. And if you want here, you can point and flex that toe for a wee bit of more movement in the back of your hamstring, so it doesn't feel as restricted. Okay, and we're going to slide that left leg back. And now we're going to change sides. So we're going to go right leg forward. Let's stay this side for you. So the right leg is forward and we're leaning over it to begin with. Then we're going to use that right leg to lean on, to push our chest up. We're going to pull the belly in, so the belly should be nice and tight now and not fully stretched. So we're tightening it in. We're going to try and make sure our shoulders and hips are stacked. So we're putting enough pressure down to open up this back hip. So we're leaning into it. Just breathe in and out. Nice deep lunge. Okay, take your hands to the inside of your right leg. I'm going to try and encourage that left hip towards the floor again. Keep engaging the muscles, keep squeezing your bum to try and get it down lower. Then we're going to take your right hand to the right knee, and we're going to slowly encourage a nice wee small circular motion. So it's going to try and loosen up that back hip first. Circle, circle, circle. And change direction. Circle, circle, circle. Perfect, nice and easy. Now take both hands to the inside of your right leg, and we're going to blah, 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 blah. We're going to look around the left leg. I'm going to take my left hand and try and grab my left foot and pull it in nice and tight to my bum. Still encouraging that left hip towards the floor. Nice deep breaths when you're here. Keep breathing through it. And then you're going to release that left leg. You're going to push that right leg nice and straight. You can flex the toes back or point the toes away, whichever feels best. You can even flex and point to relax the hamstring a bit and stretch. Breathe with it. And bring your legs together again, take a wee seat, and relax for a wee second. Oh, she knows. Right. So we're going to do a wee pigeon pose movement. So the movement we're going to do is the knees side to side movement. But when we go from one side, we're going to go straight into the other side through that wee knee swoop. And we're going to do it about 6 times of moving. And then you'll hold your pigeon on the 7th and 8th time for about a minute. So it's going to look like this. Feet are in. Knees to the side like a start. Keep on turning. So what happens is when my knees drop, my chest is going to face the direction of my knees. Then I'm going to kick the leg that's facing, my foot facing away from my body, sorry. I'm going to push it far, far, far away behind me and try and push my toes into the floor to straighten out my leg and make sure my knee and hip on the back leg are facing the floor. And then you'll slide it in and we'll do the same on the other side, pushing it back. Okay? So let's give this a wee try. My hair is tickling my nose. So you can use the hands as much as you need to, but make sure you need to and you're not being lazy. I want to use the legs too. This is more active flexibility, and to be honest, you want to be able to use your flexibility if and when it, like whenever it comes, whenever it gets more and more flexible, you want to be able to use it. You don't want it just to be like loose muscle or stretchy muscles. You want to be able to lift the legs and put them into nice lovely positions. You want to be able to loosen the hips ourselves through movement without having to assist the movement. So that's what this is for. So if you feel like you can do it without using your hands, give it a wee try. If you try it and you feel all wobbly and like weird, that's okay. At least you're trying it. If you need the hands, put the hands on the floor, but again, make sure you need them. Okay? This will be a challenge. This will be funny. Sure, what's life without a challenge? So, knees to the side, leg back, bring the leg in, change sides, other leg back, 2, feet in, knees to the side, leg back, 3. I don't know why I'm doing this, like I'm flying, feet in, knees to the side, leg back, 4. Feet in, knees to the side, leg back, 5. One more, and then we're holding the other side. Knees to the other side, leg back, and we're changing side and holding. So back to the first side, and we're holding your pigeon. So you can put your hands on the floor, wherever they need to go right now. You can lie down over the top of the leg. You can stay up nice and tall. You can even pull that back foot in if you want to for your king pigeon pose. You can even put that foot in your elbow, whatever you want to do with a stretch. It's up to you, as long as we're trying to open up your front hip. So you should be feeling it on the back leg bum cheek, and even a little bit in the back leg hip. But the back leg hip should be open enough now from our lunges. So we should be feeling it deeper in the front leg butt cheek, the back leg. We're going to stay here for about a minute. So remember to breathe in and out. Remember to really lean into the stretch. Really lean. Stay active in your stretch. So don't have the muscles lazy. Try and engage some muscles. So if I'm on my back hip, what I'd be trying to do is point my toe and squeeze my quad, which will help engage muscles to push my hip down into the floor. On my front leg, what I'll be doing, weirdly, is flexing my front foot, which encourages my butt cheek and all to be stretched nice and deep. So it kind of just pushes the muscles into the floor for you. Okay, another 20 seconds, and then we're changing sides. Seconds. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Change sides. Nice and smooth. Take it over. Take your left leg back now, or if you've already done the left leg, change sides. So remember again, you can lie down in the stretch, you can stay up tall in the stretch, you can bend your back leg in for a king pigeon, or put that back leg in your elbow, whichever feels more comfortable. And your front foot is staying flexed, so the toes aren't pointing away, the toes are pointing back towards you. And I'm squeezing the quad of my back leg. Oh, nice stretch. So we're here for about a minute. So nice deep breaths in and out when you're here. Breathe in and out. Really engage the quad, not back leg, to try and get your hip close to the floor. We're really flexing your front foot. Feel it nice and deep now. We're here for about another 20 seconds. Breathe in and out. We're nearly there. 10 seconds. And slowly, slowly, slowly bring it back in. So now what I'm going to do, take my feet wide and prepare for a little straddle stretch and get a little sip of coffee. Okay. So we're in a straddle stretch position. Legs are nice and wide and toes are pointing away. What I'm going to do is lift up nice and tall, and I'm going to lean my elbow down, like a little side crunch just to get the core a little bit more active here. Sometimes when you do stretches you tend to like loosen your core, but when you're doing stretches the rest of your body doesn't need to be loose. The rest of your body should be active and helping to stretch that area. So what we're doing here is getting the core nicely engaged and warmed up, so when we do our straddle stretches we're staying strong in our core so the back doesn't round or arch too much when we're in it, okay? So we're going to lift up tall. You can hold your hands here so your elbows are pointing out, or you can hold your hands nice and high, but what our aim is, we're aiming left elbow towards left leg, right elbow towards right leg, and we're going to try and keep our head centered the whole time so we're looking away, okay? So hands over your head, point your toes far away, and we're leaning. We're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we're going to push both hands towards each leg, and we're doing that for a count of 10. So keep the toes pointing away. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're pushing your hands, remember? 5, push. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now what we're going to do is you're going to take your opposite hand up and over, and it's reaching in the direction of your opposite foot. So my right hand will be reaching in the same direction as my left foot. And we're going for 10, 9, keep looking ahead, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're going to stretch. So put your hands on the floor in between your legs. You'll lift your chin up nice and high. Now the aim in this stretch is to keep your back as flat as you can for as long as you can in your stretch. You're going to feel it in your groin, but if you are tilting the right way, sticking your bum back enough and keeping your back flat, you should be feeling this stretch early on and just breathing in and out throughout it, okay? So whenever you be like, oh, you're holding too much tension and you have to breathe, just try and relax the muscle and tell the muscles it's okay. So hands on the floor, chin in the air. Deep breath in, and we're going to start to walk the hands out as far as we think we can go. So chin in the air, hands are creeping forward, toes are pointing away, chin in the air. Take your hands as far as you think you can put them. And if you are as far as you think you can go, I want you to try and actively pull through the ground as if you're trying to pull yourself forward. We're going to stay here for about 20 seconds. Nice deep breaths. If you can put your elbows in the ground, happy days. If you've got your hands in the ground, great, happy days. Keep trying to pull through the ground as if you're trying to drag yourself forward. Keep sticking your bum back. Chin in the air. And creeping forward one more time. Deep breath. Nice and deep breaths. In and out. Breathe it. And now when you're as far as you think you can go, I want you to relax in it. Stop holding the tension, just relax and breathe in and out. Relax everything from the feet, right through your back. Everything's relaxed. Okay, we're rolling it in. We're going to come into a wee butterfly stretch, and then we're going to do a wee forward folds, and we'll be done. Good timing. So we're going to rock it side to side in your butterfly first. Just to locate the muscles again, check in with them. Okay, so now what we're going to do, using your feet, you're going to pull through your feet so my hands are cupped, excuse me, cupped underneath my feet. I'm going to lift my chest up nice and high, chin and nose in the air, like you're a big giraffe or a turtle trying to get out of its shell. So sit up nice and tall. Elbows are locked in, so my elbows are trying to squeeze into my sides. I'm lifting my chin and I'm pushing away with my chin. Sticking your bum back, chin away. And opening the knees. There's a lot to think about. Just think about it and then we stages. So chin up, bum back, knees open. You can encourage them knees open with your elbows, but not actually on the knee. You can put your elbows on your groin or on your calves to try and encourage the legs open a wee bit more. But remember, chin far away, bum far away. And relax. So just stay in the stretch, but relax the body. You can tuck the chin if you need to. Okay, so nice and easy. We're going to come up to sitting, to sitting. I'm going to take my feet in. We're going to go into a low squat and then a nice deep forward fold. So my feet are coming in. If you need to stand up and come down into the squat, feel free to do it now. When you're ready to get into the squat, our aim is to try and get the heels on the floor, and we're still pushing the bum back. So the bum's not tucked way under, the bum's pushing back. Chin in the air. A little turtle trying to escape. Open the knees and breathe in and out nice and deep. Big breaths. And again. Take your hands to the floor in front of you. We're going to push the bum in the air. Now we're not going to lock the knees out, but we're pushing the bum in the air. So by that I mean we're not locking out in the knee, but we're straightening our legs as much as we can. So use your hands to help get you up. Push your bum in the air. Get the heels back down. Now you're going to lean into the stretch. You're going to hold on to the elbows and hang down into it. You're going to tuck your chin and look through your legs. You're just going to hold it here another 20 seconds. Okay, you can put your hands under your legs if you need help getting up now. You're going to tuck your chin and start to roll it up bit by bit, by bit, by bit. Let the head come up last. We're going to roll the shoulders forward for 3, 2, 1. And we're going back for 3, 2, and 1. Come into your little dip. Lift it up and breathe in. And down and out. 1, 2. Last one all the way in. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a lovely Wednesday, whatever you get up to. I was going to say hump day. It's been crude. Have a lovely Wednesday, whatever you get up to. Thank you again for joining, and I will see you tomorrow with some Tabata. Bye.